artists who've come and leaders of our organizations, and we have gathered here. And for that, on behalf of F4C, I would like to thank Asfa and everyone here. I love the part that has been given, the title, the theme, the journey, and for me, which is the story, which is almost similar. And to narrate the whole story of F4C right from the beginning, it would be very long, but I would like to summarize into 4 chapters. The main events that we've gone through, the challenges that F4C has gone through right from the beginning, and the origin of F4C. Chapter 1, which I call it a flicker of hope. The beginnings of F4C began around, I think, in the year 2016-17, and few of us, that is me, our director who is here, Mama, who is right now Lamka, who couldn't be here because of other program. We are all passionate about football. That is true. But I would like to clarify something, and that is F4C did not begin with just football. It began with a passion for our people, our land. That was how it began actually. It was not that, obviously we were involved in football, especially our director here. But seeing the condition of our people, of our youth, and the opportunity that is, some people might say, okay, it's foolish to start something like F4C. I mean, if we had to rewind, go back to 2016-17, it felt like a foolish thing. People did say, made fun also sometimes, that why would you go all the way to cycle and start something? Why not, let's say, for us, for our people, Lamka we have, then why not in fun? But we saw, when other people saw foolishness, for us we saw opportunity. And that was the main push behind F4C. And that is why Football for Change, we could have named it something else, but we call it Football for Change because we were inspired to work something, to give back something to our land, to our people. That was the main thing. And looking back and coming at this point, I have to say that I'm proud, and we are all proud in F4C, and we have sacrificed so much. We have suffered so much, but I believe that it has been a positive effect on the youth, and we wish to continue. Initially, we began only with a few people, with few students, and we did not have a 5-year plan, 6-year plan. We did not start like that. It was just, let's put our faith in God. That is number one. Let's believe in ourselves. That is how we started. Small, but we gave our everything. And I believe some of you will know, initially when we started, our main aim was to give the boys platform, our students, not only our students, the people here platform, and that is when we started doing trials. We invited, I think the first trials, which was from Northeast United, that was the first ever Northeast United doing trial in Manipur, and that gave opportunities to a lot of kids, and we began continuing it from that. And same thing, even us at F4C, although we were an academy, like a sports club or something like that, But our main focus was to give boys platform, get our connection, get them into I-League and ISL academies. That was our main goal. But that dream was there. The dream was there, and that dream was to build something out of this, a permanent solution for the youths, and to give them education also, that was our main philosophy, that we should not take out the education out of football. And we have so far come to this, at this point, and I thank God again, and I would also like to thank the people who were with us right from the beginning. Some of them have left us, but if it weren't for them, it would be, we wouldn't be here. And it was just that small hope that we can do something. And that hope, I think, pulled us all the way up to this point. And that is how I would like to go to the next chapter, which is called the ups and downs. Few years into our organization, after we got registered Football for Change, we started to play a lot of, we started initially to play official games. We did not have a first team necessarily, but we gave opportunities to our young kids, and that was our #1 priority. Give the boys experience, let them showcase their talent, and along with that, educate them, because our main objective was, in the end, we are not just a football academy, we are also a part of the society. And if today the boys, if they are not playing football in the future, at least they would be contributing positively to the society. That was our main objective. And then we started initially with the Southern Hills First Division. That was our first foray into official tournaments. And by the grace of God, we could move on towards the Super Division. And what happened, I think, when we were so excited and we played the Super Division, and when we thought that we were the champions, I think many of you will know the controversy that happened. And that was, for me, especially personally as a coach, it was a very down moment in my life. And when we are down, sometimes miracles happen, and that is the best thing that happened out of that moment was God gave us another opportunity, and that was through ASFA. That is when All Cycle Football Association was formed, and ASFA were generous enough to help us represent cycle in the CC meet. That was our first time playing in a big tournament for us, and the boys played a good game, showed in their first season itself in the CC meet, but they entered the waters and they lost to Nisa, which was the reigning champion of Manipur, and we couldn't go further, but we got that opportunity to represent again in the Ampha Cup, which was like the second tier of Manipur football. Now, while representing in the Ampha Cup, I think that was the time when we began to go through bigger challenges. I still remember as a coach and as a management of this one, the F4C, there were times when we would win and then there were times when we would lose. But our objective was to qualify for the Manipur State League, which we couldn't do. It was a hard moment for us, but this failure also helped us to realize many things. And also, I remember the time when, during our Ampha Cup, I think, it was when ASFA president who had passed away, rest in peace, and yes.
GS. ASFA GS.
GS, okay. GS of All Cycle Football Association, who passed away, and it's a sad time, but I think remember the boys and we showed a small gesture. I think when we played the game at Vishnupur, and we had a minute of silence to remember him. And this is how I feel like Asfar and F4C, we've been working along the way together and together, and we have reached this point. So as we were preparing for the next CC meet that we were, and I think ASFA were also playing in the knockout stages, and the tragic incident, that is May 3rd, May 4th incident, which we all remember last year. I call this chapter the value of death. I think this was a time when our hopes, we were challenged the most. Few of our coaches had to leave us because in the end they had to look after their family. Some of the boys did not see their parents, could not see their parents for a long, long time. Then in our minds there was about what do we do next? Because the possibility of playing in fall is gone. Now what is our future? The future was very bleak. But I thank our director, Sir Aidin, for being strong during these times. I think he showed the leadership, and even during these hard times, God again gave us the opportunities. Even though one opportunity was closed, God opened other opportunities for us. And during this conflict, we had some of our boys going out and getting trials in as clubs around in Mumbai and getting their pro contract in Delhi. So that gave us hope again. And during this conflict, even we were in conflict inside our minds. But we were also going through the accreditation, which is getting the registration from AIFF to represent in the youth leagues. We also, there was nothing else to do for us. We just submitted everything in God's hand and we worked hard. We were angry in our minds, obviously everyone was angry. But to take out that anger, to vent that anger, I think personally myself, I was very angry at that moment, but I wanted to do something with my anger, and we discussed it, me and Sir Haydin, and we trained the boys. We just prepared for the AIFF accreditation, because we were planning, if we get that one, we must give our best, and it will be very important. So, as we waited in silence, and all around us, we hear the news that made us fear, that challenged us. By God's grace, in the month of November, I think, we were given the accreditation from AIFF, which meant that we could partake in the AFF youth leagues, which opened doors for the boys. But another problem, another challenge that occurred at that time was we did not have enough players for under 17. So at the last minute, I think it was December, we set up a team. We brought players from everywhere. Some of the players whom we call Galzam, displaced persons, and we just worked hard. And then by the time of January, to be frank, we were not expecting anything big. We were not expecting to win games or become champions. That was the true feeling that we had. But we committed everything in God's hands, and we went. And since the whole conflict situation, we were placed in Shillong, and I think it's even here. We, by God's grace and the support of the people back in Shillong, I would like to mention that and highlight that, especially the support that the Shillong people gave us, and that allowed us to become the champions for the three categories, which is under 17, under 15, and under 13. Now, with each victory, we had even bigger challenge, because now 3 groups at the same time. We had to go to Goa, which was the under 17s, under 15s to Amritsar, under 13s to Bhubaneswar, which is Odisha. And I'd say that this was a very challenging period, because now the question of financial stability became a big problem for us. And somehow we were able to arrange for everything. The coaches, we had to go our separate ways, and I think I would not like to highlight too much into the games, because by now you'll be knowing that our under 17s reached the semi-finals, our under 15s reached the finals, and our 13s came second in the group stage, but sadly they could not qualify for the semi-finals. But throughout this journey, that we had, I would like to say that as a coach and as a manager for the team, I realized many things along the way, especially in Shillong. We were not just any academy, we were representing our society. And that was the most powerful thing that we could do, to represent our society. Because everyone knows Shillong and how much, how do I say this? The locals, they are always aware to what kind of people you are, Initially, they had very negative feedback on us, but after we stayed, the boys, through their discipline, they were able to change their mindset. And I'm happy to say that they support us until then. Even now, they are huge supporters, and they keep on texting me, asking me questions, and they support a lot right back from Shillong. And this is one of the biggest learning point that I had going with the boys. Another learning point that I also see when I went outside is that compared to other clubs or academies, we were playing a group stage which had Mumbai City, which had we played against Mohun Bagan, we played against Reliance, and we played against FC Goa. Big names, big money, and lots of experience. And we were going, the boys especially, I would like the boys who were going through this stage, who have never been in an aeroplane before, or never seen what things outside. Some of them never been to Imphal. But the boys stood up. We failed along the way. We made mistakes, obviously. But us coaches, we asked them to do certain things, and they showed, and it became they showed what they could do, their talent, and that was the proud moment for us. Did we want to win, to become the champion? Obviously, we wanted to become the champion. But I remember still the semi-finals with the under 15s, and on the same day, under 17s we were having the semi-finals. I took a short time alone and said a short prayer, and I asked God, please help us get through this semi-finals. I'm not asking more than that, because one of the biggest things that we could do is, if we reach the finals, we were already sharing our story. We were already making the huge wave in Indian football. And I prayed. And our semi-final, that is the under 15s, was not good. But we somehow got through the tiebreaker, that is the penalty. And in the evening when we were watching the under 17s, and sadly they couldn't get through the semi-finals. And then the pressure started to mount on the boys in the finals. But as I think this, I took this as coaches of, for the under 15 team. As I stood in front of them, I just realized that the opportunity that we had was, I mean, like, what could we say? We started small and we've reached this opportunity. And so, as coaches, we took our time, we called our parents, we gave them a call, I called out the parents, the supporters, we gave them a personal call, and I just said, thank you for being a huge support to us. Because whether we win the final or not, we had to understand the magnitude that we were in the finals, and we had to enjoy the moment. The boys gave their best in the finals. I believe that it was also telecasted on YouTube, but we were short. I think in the tiebreaker we lost, and although we lost the finals, in my mind I felt that it was a humbling lesson for us. In my mind, I felt like a voice saying to me that let's go back, let's just work hard, keep on working. That was the only thing. And I think more than winning the championship, losing the final game, I think it pushed us more. And now we are here back. The boys are preparing for the next season, and I would like to request everyone here to remember the boys in the prayers, our management, the coaches, not to give up and to do even better. Usually the first season is a little bit better, but now second season it becomes more challenging. And in 2006 or 17, we started with the hope of not building a F4C for 10 years. We wanted the effects of F4C to be 50 years, 100 years, I don't know. We want to give more, and I thank once again ASFA for organizing such a program, and God bless everyone who are here, and I hope that we will continue on supporting each other until we reach our goal. Thank you.